know the makeup of the group that did the nomination. I know what their focus is relative to the league. It's humbling. It's really humbling. I look at the work that Tex did. I had a great role model, Tex Randall. And he had certainly our franchise. He really was focused there, but he also had the league and the game. And certainly it was different in the 90s and the 2000s than it was when a guy like Tex was there. But the makeup of that group made it humbling. And it still, when I look at the people that were under consideration, they're how deserved they are. It's mind-boggling to me. And I've said this to a couple of you. It hardly seems fair to have had the great experiences I've had for 27 years, and the thrill it lifted me. It made a free agent, made me go to another level to get to be a part of this franchise, get to be a part of the NFL, get to be a part of the league in these times. We're all a part of it. And it's particularly important to me that the media is what they are in this process. I told some of them, this makes me forgive you for everything bad you ever said about me. But, no, seriously, you've heard me say this. I meant it. I've understood all the way. I got a good blueprint about what media can be relative to the Hall of Fame itself and the league. So all of that's going through my mind. It's just a privilege and an honor to be a part of it. It really is humbling.
If you had,
can you talk about your journey from Maverick outsider, where pushing the envelope, and now does this validate all the things you did and what you tried to do back then? Changing the league.
Well, not all things were good ideas. Not all things were the thing to do. I appreciate the forum, the league, the way we are structured. It allowed you to think outside the box. It did allow that. It was hard. It should be hard. The structure, it should be hard, and it was at many junctions, and it was different teams, different people look at football differently, and it danced to different music. Well, that's just the way it is, and football to some degree has a little different feel here than it does in Alabama, here in California, and it does in the Northeast. And so all of that makes not only the game have to kind of have some conforming, but it's all good. And I think that's what happened with the NFL. I got there for many times the wrong reasons. I got there for the right reasons. I know sometimes those decisions look like they were totally financial, and sometimes they might have been driven about that, but it also, from the get-go, had I wanted money, I would have kept it. Instead I spent it to be a part of the team. And so it wasn't about that. It was about looking for better ways to do it. For whatever the reason, I've always had an exaggerated thinking about what our game is, and about presenting it, and about what it can be, the aura of it. So it was always there, and so we all know we don't communicate as well as we should over the years, and that's been a part of this thing too. But I'm just so appreciative of the chance to have gotten to do what I've gotten to do in the NFL. Been here at this time. I got to be here at a time, boy, when there was change, and there could be change, and things evolved, and that all made a fertile area to come with some thoughts. I want to say this: there's not one thing that by just the nature of it, you guys know what it is, that I could have ever done by myself when they talk about this thing being a team game, they're talking about it being a team game at the league level too. They're talking about it being a team game at the every franchise. So there's no going it alone in this thing. You've got to do some convincing and selling, just like nobody goes alone out here on this field. But have been very fortunate to be a part of the NFL in such a visible time, the Cowboys in such a visible time, and so I'm really a product of a lot of work. I can't tell you how much this was a family affair, and the recognition, jacket, whatever it is, it's got to fit the family because everybody pitched in from that standpoint to make this go.
What are you most proud of?